Hi, everyone. My name is Ani. I'm here from California, and I want to welcome you all to our wellness workshop. Few things, few house rules that I want to go over before we start. It's helpful if you have a paper and pen. That way, you're ready to take your notes and write down any questions that you may have. And we have some leaders here. They will, if you have questions, they'll be able to support you, or we can go over it at the end. We want to honor your time. So we're going to follow a script. It can be anywhere from 40 to 60 minutes. And we want to make sure we're going to be recording it so you're able to share with others. If you want to stay until the end, we want you to stay till the end because we will have a drawing for an ebook. So you have an opportunity to win that. And then we'll be using the chat feature. So if you would like to go into the chat feature and write down your name and where you're from and who invited you, we'd love to get to know you. Okay. All right. So, welcome, Lori. Welcome, everyone. So, we're going to go into, we want the workshop to be very personal and helpful for you. So let's start with a personal assessment for you and your family. Let's take a look at what areas of your health would you like help with. So there are about 7 different areas. Number 1 would be your digestive issues. Number 2, headache, pain, and inflammation. Number 3 would be immunity issues. Number 4, stress and anxiety. 5, energy and stamina. 6, sleep issues. And number 7 would be blood sugar regulation. And of course, you write down which number or multiple numbers. At times, I know I have pain and inflammation, number 2. And then there's other times where I might have, a sleep issue depending on the timing. So I see some different issues. So I think you're going to be excited that there's many options that you have to take care of our root issues for your health. So we're going to take a look at the next slide. We're going to look at the modern approach or the natural approach. So we're going to take a look at 2 different approaches as we begin. So some startling facts about the modern approach that I want to go over. The U.S. consumes 75% of the world's prescription drugs, even though we only make up 5% of the world's population. Every 19 minutes, someone in the U.S. Dies from an accidental overdose or of prescription medication. FDA estimates that 200,000 Americans are hospitalized each year because of overdoses and negative side effects of over-the-counter products like the Advil, the ibuprofen, or aspirin. These products are also the cause of thousands of deaths per year. So even Tylenol, which we commonly use, or we always gave it to our little ones, known to causes liver damage if we use it excessively. So in addition, we're looking at $6.5 trillion spent each year on global health care. And are we any healthier? I'm not really sure about that. So with the modern approach, we're programmed to use over-the-counter pills, prescriptions to address our physical problems and symptoms. With this focus, root cause and solutions are often overlooked. So let's take a look at the natural approach where we focus on the root causes and use a plant-based approach so our body recognizes the plant sources. Let's see. Okay, what creates disease in the body? We're going to look at 3 main factors that cause disease in the body. 1, nutrient deficiency. 2, inflammation. And then number 3 would be the toxic overload. So let's take a look at, you see on the screen, nutrient deficiency. So the first, nutrition is the source of disease and the core of our immune function. When our foundational nutrition is strong and we function optimally, when we have great energy, we think more clearly, our mood is better, and we get a good night's sleep, and we have less inflammation. Environmental Working Group put out the information on this chart that we see here. So it says 95% of U.S. adults are deficient in vitamin D, 94% are deficient in vitamin E, and then 61% are deficient in magnesium. So what does this data show us? That our nutritional foundation is not strong enough. It shows us that most of us do not have a great baseline of health. So how do these nutrient deficiencies show up? We see inflammation, headache, we have trouble sleeping, foggy thinking, digestive issues, and then a lack of energy. So if any of these, hit home, I think it would be hitting home for most of us. Poor nutrition is the number one cause of poor health. Let's take a look at types of inflammation as you see on the screen. Chronic inflammation is linked to many diseases, some of which are listed on the slide. One of our biggest contributors is sugar. It's hidden in everything that we nearly touch or consume, and particularly in the processed foods. Vegetable oil, palm oil, corn oil, soybean and sunflower oils, toxins in our environment, stress, and lack of sleep. So, and then now let's take a look at the toxic flow, which is our third area. So for disease, and refers to the chemicals in our body that build up from our environment. The processed foods that we eat.
Yeah, I just have it in my ear.
Pesticides that we use, and then personal care products. So the Product Safety Commission tested and found 150 cleaning chemicals that are linked to ADD, cancer, asthma, respiratory problems, and reproductive problems. So we can't always control what we come into contact with outside of our home, but we definitely can make smarter choices in our homes. So what do we do with all of this? I'm going to introduce our next presenter, Lori, my friend Lori, and she's going to go into what we could do to make some great changes. Lori?
Hi, everyone. Hi from Northwest Arkansas. I'm here to share with you about the first health solution that we offer. But before we do that, let's go into the chat feature. Who here uses supplements? Think like vitamin D, C, B. Maybe you take a multivitamin or an omega. If you take any kind of supplement, put what you take in the chat box now. Does anyone have anything they take? I happen to take the supplements that we're going to be introducing here, and that's why I have jumped on today. So let's go on. Let's take a quick peek at the supplement industry before we do that. A study by the FDA from 2007 to 2016 detected contaminants in 776 dietary supplements produced by 146 companies. Another study of 3 leading memory supplements found that 2 of them didn't even contain any active ingredient listed on its label. The supplement industry is not heavily regulated. Products can contain lots of fillers and not much of the ingredients listed. If you have some reservations or hesitation as to whether a product would work or not, this information supports your concerns. As I mentioned, the supplement industry is not heavily regulated. Here's a story from a fellow wellness advocate whose son works in a health store. He told his mother that when a supplement is on the shelf, is tested and found to be missing an active ingredient on its label, instead of them taking it off the shelf, what they do is that it can sit on the shelf for up to 9 months. That's a concerning statistic. Because our standard American diet is deficient in most vitamins and nutrients, it is necessary to supplement to get our body what it needs to function properly at a baseline level. So let's make sure we are using safe and effective supplements. doTERRA is known for its safe and effective oils. But did you know that the lifelong vitality supplements are doTERRA's best-selling product because they're effectively address all three dis-ease areas we have mentioned: nutrition, nutrient deficiency, inflammation, and toxic overload. This line as a necessary foundation of your health issue. In addition, this line helps support the cleansing and filtering out of toxins. There are 3 supplements in this line: a food supplement, a cellular repair, and omegas. This line is your micronutrients. Lifelong Vitality fills the nutrient buckets in your body, contains powerful antitoxins to help protect our DNA, and it's made from whole food ingredients. It's 95% bioavailable for your body. The average supplement is 20 to 30% bioavailable. This product has gotten more people off the over-the-counter and prescription drugs more than any other product doTERRA sells. For me personally, I was trying to find good supplements because I had already discovered that I needed help my baseline. And when I was trying other products and they weren't working, I turned to doTERRA, and they have improved my health in so many ways. I can't even begin to describe it. Getting rid of a lot of muscular pain and inflammation in my system was what it did for me personally, which was a huge benefit. And about the 95% bioavailable for your body, that's important because when you're taking supplements and you're assuming that your body can absorb them, but our bodies can absorb these with doTERRA, and that's a big difference. So let's look at the 60-day clinical trial. Take a look at this slide. You'll see some interesting statistics here. These clinical trial results are based on blood work taken before and after subjects took doTERRA's lifelong vitality supplements for 2 months while continuing their normal diet and exercise habits. This is the difference that can be experienced when you begin taking bioavailable nutrient-dense supplements like lifelong vitality. So statistically significant improvement with blood lipids, fasting insulin, cardiovascular biomarkers. You can see a lot of different things here. Overall improvement with mental clarity, energy, motivation, control, balance, happiness. If you have that 2 o'clock in the afternoon lull, that's what went away for me. I don't have that lull anymore. To focus on gut health specifically, lifelong vitality paired with PB Restore and TerraZyme is our highest recommendation. The gut plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being, often called our second brain. The gut is vital in everything from our weight to our immune function to our mental wellness. doTERRA's PB Restore Probiome Complex is our patented dual capsule delivery system. It is a unique formulation of 30 pre, pro, and postbiotics that help restore microbial diversity and balance for optimal microbiome health. With this unique dual encapsulation delivery system, it protects the sensitive probiotic cultures from stomach acid, delivering it safely and effectively to our gut. The 18 billion colony forming units, CFUs, of probiotics or good bacteria consists of 24 active cultures. An unparalleled variety of carefully selected strains from 22 different species for exceptional microbial diversity. It maintains healthy intestinal microflora balance, supports healthy digestive and immune system function as well as GI tract health, especially intestines and colons. Supports optimal metabolism and food absorption. And in simple terms, when you have a healthy microbiome with good bacteria, bad bacteria has a harder time going and doing its dirty work. Terrazyme is doTERRA's digestive enzyme. Includes a variety of whole food enzymes that help with digestion. It can be taken with every meal. Supports healthy digestive and metabolism and the conversion of food nutrients to cellular energy. Now, it promotes gastrointestinal comfort and food tolerance. And it has 10 active whole food enzymes. And I'm going to be turning the slides over to Leslie. Leslie, are you there?
I sure am, ready to go. So I'm Leslie from Southern California, and I'm going to take you on the path of diabetes and sugar. And then we're going to talk about a product that will be able to help with that, because it is a growing concern in the United States. So I'm going to ask you to go back to the chat, and I'm going to ask you 2 questions and just put your answers in the chat for me. That would be awesome. So the first question, what percentage has diabetes cases increased in America since 1960? Anyone have a wild guess? Just put it in the chat. %, double. Okay. Actually, get this, it's 750%. Huge, just huge. Second question, here we go. How long does it take the average American to consume the same amount of sugar that our ancestors from 200 years ago would consume in a year? Just put those answers in the chat. Take a wild guess. 75%, 2 weeks, 1 month. And Michaela, you got it. It is 2 weeks. All righty. So right now we're going to talk about cardiometabolic health. Only 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. That means that 93% of us do not. We have already discussed the challenges that we face when we are not functioning optimally. So let's dive into solutions. The MetaPower system was specifically designed to tackle poor cardiometabolic health. This is your macronutrient product, and it pairs beautifully with Lifelong Vitality, our micronutrient line. The MetaPower line does 3 things. 1, it addresses cellular repair that leads to aging. 2, it addresses blood sugar regulation. And 3, it supports the inhibiting of fat absorption into the cells. Let's talk about lifespan versus health span. Well, we can't do anything about our chronological age, which is our lifespan. We can do something about our metabolic age, which is our health span. Did you know the average American spends the last 14 years of their life in a state of declining health with difficulty completing everyday tasks? That is sad. What if we could be empowered to change that? What if we can write a different story for ourselves? The MetaPower system is the first and only system that synergistically supports a healthy metabolism, curbs cravings, sustains normal range glycemic and insulin response evenly throughout the day, and naturally promotes cellular energy. Those using this line have reported improvements in eyesight, energy, pain, neuropathy, sleep, skin and hair growth, mood, mobility, and strength. It causes the body to build muscles. Before we get into too many details of MetaPower, let's look at a few of the benefits in these before and after pictures. The young lady on the top has been using MetaPower for about 4 months. She's had amazing results, specifically with improvements on her face, eyes, and hair. She has darker hair growth. Oh no, eyes and hair. The gentleman on the bottom, though, experienced improved skin elasticity, darker hair growth. He got his blood work taken after 3 weeks on the MetaPower system and showed a 40-point decrease in cholesterol, a 25-point decrease in LDL, and a 57-point decrease in his triglycerides. His doctor must have been really happy. On the right side, you see a 58-year-old lady who had red spots on her arms. Anytime she bumped herself, they would appear. Doctors biopsied and said, it's just what happens when you get older. After using MetaPower for just 3 months, the spots are totally gone. She has seen other changes too. A 60-pound weight loss, thicker hair, nails are growing, and a lower A1C. Now I'd like to highlight one MetaPower product, and that is our MetaPower Advantage. This is doTERRA's collagen, which I take daily. Unlike any other on the market, this product includes 9 types of collagen, over 70% tripeptides, so your body absorbs it 12 times more than any other collagen. A peptide is simply a large protein chain, too large for your body to break down and use it for its full benefits. When it's broken down into tripeptides, simply smaller protein chains, the body can absorb and utilize them in their entirety. Advantage comes in small packets with freeze-dried collagen and other nutrients to mix with 4 to 6 ounces of cool or cold water. MetaPower Advantage promotes healthy biological aging and improves health span by helping aging cells, activates longevity genes, improves cognitive function, supports lean muscle and connective tissue, improves skin density, elasticity, and firmness. If you love science and knowing how and why these products work, ask your wellness advocate to send our deep dive recordings for lifelong vitality and MetaPower. So does anyone have a MetaPower testimonial that they can share with us? Jules, do you have one? I know you've got a great one.
I do. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I have been taking collagen for years because I just have way too much inflammation in my body. And most of them all had, 2 to 3 different types of collagen in it. And while I saw some improvement, I don't know, I just felt like I needed more. So I was super excited when doTERRA came out with this because of the 9 different types of collagen in it. And I started taking it the day that it came out at convention. I literally picked up my kit. I opened up my first packet of it and I started taking it. And I've been taking 2 a day since then. So for 2 years, never missed a day. And my overall inflammation in my body has improved exponentially. Do I still have some? Yes, it's a challenge that as you've shown in this video here tonight, or this workshop here tonight, inflammation is a thing for most of us, but this one for me is always kind of an underlying issue for me, and MetaPower has just improved it exponentially. I will not be without it. I take it twice a day, every day without fail. And then I also have a second testimony that I can share with you about my guy James, who had, I'm not going to say the name of it here because I want to remain compliant, but it's a contracture that happens in your hands, and you get these nodules in the palm of your hand, and then it can actually make your fingers contract so that you can't really open your hand up fully. And he had started getting these nodules, and I had been working on his hands, doing therapy on them, that kind of thing. He had been working on them as well and using oils and doing all the things. But the nodules just weren't disappearing. So he started with the collagen as well. And he's taken it every single day for the last 2 years. And those nodules that were in his palm, you used to be able to see it when he would open up his hand. You could see the nodules, you could see the size of them, and you could see that the skin was stretched. And those now have really, really, really they've gotten so much smaller. It's amazing. You can no longer see them. If you palpate in his hand and feel around, you can feel them, but they are so much smaller. It's incredible. And he's not had any of that contracture happening in his hands. So yeah, neither one of us will ever be without it.
That's awesome, Jules. Thank you so much for sharing both testimonials. I think that's fabulous.
Absolutely.
All righty. So now I'd like to introduce Karen, who's our next speaker, who's going to talk about our amazing essential oils, and she's going to take us on a journey down that lane. Karen?
Thank you. In an independent study conducted by Roseman University on doTERRA essential oils were found to be therapeutically relevant in cell growth and rejuvenation, beneficial in supporting metabolic health, provided positive effects in a healthy inflammatory response. Essential oils from competitors had minimal effects. The study concluded that therapeutic potential of essential oils is highly dependent on the complete composite of the oil. Sourcing, processing, and characterization are critical, and doTERRA stands out. Our pursuit is purity. When an oil is truly pure, they do not include fillers. There are no synthetic ingredients, and there is no dilution. Independent lab tests show that the majority of brands available to consumers aren't pure. I can post the link to that study at the end of the class. doTERRA sources their oils from plants grown in their ideal environment that makes all the difference for the chemical profile and the therapeutic effectiveness of an oil. Every batch of doTERRA oil is tested for ideal chemistry and consistency so that our oils do what we expect them to do. Over 54 tests, let me say that again, over 54 tests are done on each batch of doTERRA oils from the farmer to the consumer. Our doTERRA oils can be used topically, aromatically, and generally internally. People turn to doTERRA because they want safe, affordable, and effective solutions for their family's health. Let's look to what this exactly means. Many people are looking for safe and effective solutions that don't have the dangerous side effects or risk of addiction of many over-the-counters or pharmaceuticals. We just mentioned independent lab tests show that most oils on the market have contaminants and synthetic markers. We suggest never ingesting another brand. doTERRA recognized that the essential oil industry didn't have a standard for purity that ensured safety. To raise the bar, they created a new standard, CPTG, which means Certified, Pure, Tested, Grade. This standard is beyond organic and includes significant testing that isn't cheap. doTERRA invests to ensure that you have the most effective, safest product that is best for you. Many doTERRA oils are safe to ingest. Just look for the food grade label on the bottle. Let's talk about two girls with burns on their chest. These two sisters were spending the night at Grandma's house. They were used to putting on doTERRA lavender oil on their chest just before bed to help them relax and go to sleep. Grandma was out of doTERRA lavender. She used a backup from another company in her cabinet that she had bought at a health food store and figured it's just lavender, so it should work. The girls ended up with chemical burns and with scars almost a year later. I'm not saying that this will be your reaction with essential oils. However, it is important to know that you understand the risks. doTERRA oils are safe to use at any age from newborn babies to great grandma. Brand matters for safety. Let's look at affordability and effectiveness next. Believe it or not, affordability is one reason people turn to doTERRA. Oils are 50 to 70%, 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. This means a little goes a long way. Let's illustrate. Using the chat feature, I want you to make a guess. A recent test of Costco peppermint oil showed that theirs was not 100% peppermint oil. How much peppermint is in the Costco peppermint oil bottle? I guess I need to get down here so I can engage the chat here. I see a 1%. $10 drops, 3%, 5%. The answer is just 10%. When you use a doTERRA CPTG oil, you get 100% of the real oil, making it much cheaper than other options that may be diluted or altered. Some fun facts about affordability. Each 15 ml bottle has 250 drops of essential oil in it. One dose equals 1 to 2 drops. On average, it's about $1 or less for treatment. Here's an essential oil tip. When you're addressing an ailment, it is always better to use less oil more frequently. For example, 1 drop of oil on a wound every 1 to 3 hours throughout the day is more effective than using 8 drops of an oil on a wound at one time. Use less more frequently. Effectiveness is one of my favorite microbiology lessons. For our scientists in this workshop, we know that this is a very simplified lesson, so here we go. Our body is made up of cells. Each one is surrounded by an oily membrane intended to protect it. It keeps the good in and the bad out. When you have a bacterial infection, see that green blob? An antibiotic will help because the bacteria grows on the outside of the cell. Viruses are different and they proliferate on the inside of a cell. Unlike most modern medicine, essential oils can penetrate the cell membrane, help stop the duplication of the virus, and support your immune system to work optimally. When you have an essential oils on hand, you have effective tools to begin supporting your body immediately instead of waiting to see a doctor and save money on copays. Now I'd like to turn the slides over to my friend Bobby Ogle. Are you there, Bobby?
I've got to unmute myself. Here I am. So I said, long time no see, but I'm so glad to be back. There are so many oils that support the immune system. Here are but just a few. And you know what? I don't have my keychain in front of me, believe it or not, but your keychain, does anybody have a picture of it? Holds 8, 10, 12, however many oils you want to put into it. I carry many of mine in my keychain. It's tucked to my backpack and my purse, which is in the other room. So I can have them wherever I go. I'm going to share just a bit about my favorite one, which probably is On Guard. No, I should say frankincense. Frankincense is one of my favorite because I'm taking about 15 to 40 drops a day, every day under my tongue. And frankincense, okay, so I've got to go to it. Hang on one second. It's considered the king of oils. When in doubt, use frankincense. Renewing, beautifying, rejuvenating, and grounding. It reduces inflammation. It relieves headaches. It's wonderful to layer with peppermint and lavender. If you didn't know, you can put frankincense on your thumb, on the roof of your mouth, hold it for about 20 seconds. It will alleviate any stress that's going on. It supports your immune system. You can apply it topically to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections, and it strengthens the effects of other oils when used together. So layering is always good. I'll have people that come in and say they have terrible shoulder pain or knee pain or toe pain, I always layer frankincense, deep blue, and copaiba. Diffuse it during meditation and for a sense of relaxation and balance. Frankincense, remember, king of oils. Imagine a medicine cabinet filled with safe and effective oils without additive properties or side effects that will have you ready for a moment's notice to address life's little emergencies. Here's but a few of my medicine cabinet. And I probably actually use all of these every day. So one of my favorite ones is peppermint. Peppermint opens your airways. It's a great oxygenator. It's good to use before and after workout. It increases your energy in the afternoon when you need to wake up and focus. I tell people after you have lunch and you go, oh, I want to take a nap. I say, get your peppermint and wild orange out because it's going to wake you up. Peppermint is great to diffuse when studying or working where you need to be alert. Use this when your sinuses are stuffed up and you need to open your airways. It's a wonderful relief for tension headaches, and it can knock out before it really sets in. When you eat something spicy or too late in the night, peppermint can help prevent acid reflux. When overheating on a summer day or kids have a fever, you'll be glad you have oils to cool down. This can cool your body 1 degree, and it's also great for hot flashes. So keep your oils where you use them. You know, peppermint can be used in the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom, in your gym bag, in your car, in your purse. Great one to keep on hand. Oh my goodness. We learned at the beginning of this workshop the impact how inflammation is the cause of disease. doTERRA has safe, effective, and non-additive tools. The oils and products on the screen are some favorites to address for inflammation. Deep Blue, again, and copaiba are two of my favorite and two that I use every day. Deep Blue is a must-have for muscle and joint health, and not only does it relieve pain and tension, the amazing oils in it support muscle, joint, and bone healing. It alleviates back pain. When you have a nasty bruise forming, grab your Deep Blue to stop it in its tracks. And of course, when I see a bruise, I always jump to helichrysum, but that's just yet another one. The stick has copaiba in it and is easy to apply without getting any on your hands. So the oil, the lotion, and the stick and the pills are the great products for Deep Blue. And if you didn't know, they are one of the products that are FDA regulated. Moving on to mood and emotional support, we've got balance and adaptive and serenity. And by the way, balance and adaptive can be yours free when you get a promo code from Sarah Collins or Bobby Ogle. Let's wrap up our oils section with oils to support your mood and emotional. For those of you who indicated at the beginning that you or someone in your family deals with heightened emotions or low lows, these are great options to consider. Again, these are two oils that I share on a regular basis. And I know Balance is one of my sister's favorite oils. If you don't know Julie, she's not on tonight, but long ago, she didn't even like to stand in front of people and talk. Now she's doing sermons at her church many times a year because of Balance. For those of you that need some emotional support, oh, well, hang on. Balance smells like a forest. It's wonderful to diffuse. It is a grounding oil, and it's helpful with grief, sadness, overwhelm, heaviness, or just getting through the day feeling more emotionally strong and grounded. I had a gal in my store today that works in the psychology field, and I shared both balance and adaptive with her. know that a little goes a long way. One drop will do her. I'm ready to turn this over to Jules to wrap this up.
It's me. Thank you, Bobby, so much.
Or Ani. Okay, it's
No.
Ani.
Yes, thank you for doing this. We appreciate you. And happy belated birthday. We want to wish Bobby and Jules both. So I
Yes,
never
thank
officially
you.
told Jules, so I want to congratulate both of you. Okay, so moving from, I think the last one you had was Serenity. Serenity is kind of the oil that got me into doTERRA about, I don't know, 9 years ago. Yeah, we're done. Okay. I thought for a second, wait, did I jump in too fast? Okay. So, it was, a friend of my husband's, wife was doing the oils. They talked to us about it and we kind of had no interest. And then we learned about frankincense, like you said, Bobby, and we thought, okay, we should maybe get it for his uncle that was going through some things. And then finally I scheduled a gal to come and sit with me on my kitchen table. I was a stay-home mom. My husband had just had major job change, 29 years. So a lot of different things happening in my life. I was a mess, I think, and I didn't even know it. When I smelled that Serenity, just things changed for me. And I bought the kit and a Serenity. And then I kind of learned about buying every month so I can pay, share the oils and support, or be able to purchase the oils. So as I said, I've never imagined that I would actually be building doTERRA, but it was something that I just became very passionate over the time. And now I love sharing with women, pretty much varied ages. And it supported me with my college kids. I love helping new moms with the oils. And so just making a difference, changing people's lives in a significant way, whether it's health, emotions, and financial. And it also gives people time flexibility. If this was something that I knew about when I was a stay-home mom, my gosh, in the beginning, like what a difference that could have made. So it's so convenient, and you can do this whether you're a caretaker. Now I'm a caretaker for my elderly mom, but it's still something that I do on a part-time basis. And of course, all these beautiful women that I've met throughout my doTERRA journey. And I probably see them more than my California friends because we're always online. So I love it. So it's changed my life. If any of this sparks any excitement in your life or in your, just let the person know who invited you, and they can support you with that. Let's see. So the keychain. Next, we have the keychain that Bobby talked about, and I have the keychain. This is a keychain that travels with me. It's on the go, whether I'm at the gym. I just kind of have it on my keychain. And I love it. And you can customize it or put the top 10 oils in it or put whatever you would like. If this is something that you don't have, you can easily earn this. And then what we do is with the support, as you invite guests to classes, whether they're online or whether you host a class, the 10 slots or 8 slots can be filled with oils depending on how many individuals you invite. So in either case, you can earn it and share it with family, friends, and have the possibility to earn an income as well. Okay, Monday workshops. Let's see, what are we going next? I think next is survey time. We have a QR code on top, and Jules is just posting the link to this quick survey. So if you could take a moment and just fill out the survey, or follow the QR code, you can, that way we can know who is, perhaps if we have some new guests, you can have an opportunity to win, when we'll send it to you, win a link to some, I don't know why I'm just kind of stuck right now. I forgot what it was, but anyways, you'll get to know. It'll be a surprise. So giveaway time. Let's see. I'm sure you've filled it out. Let's see who's going to do the giveaway.
Okay, I did the wheel.
Okay.
I don't want to mess it up, but it's Michaela or Michaela.
Michaela, yay.
And
I'm not sure.
I don't know who invited her, but make sure you put that in the chat so they can get you your giveaway.
Michaela, if you're here, if you could just let us know who invited you, or I'm sure we'll so we
I'm
can
he-
make sure that.
I joined under Marlene Bridwell, so yeah.
Okay, great, great. So we will send that to you. So thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So in this last hour, we've covered a lot of ground. doTERRA could be powerful support for your health, wellness. We went over a lot of great information, and we want to help you find solutions to match your health needs. So you're not alone in this journey. We appreciate you. We thank you. And if we just want to make sure that we are always invited to our private Facebook group. Everyone is invited on Tuesdays. We have continuing education at 5:30, same time, same Zoom link. We have I believe, a QR code that you can just take a picture, and you can follow this and go into any of our classes. We look forward to cheering you on. I know that there's a lot of great specials. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it at the recording. We have free products like Bobby said. We have the balance. We have for new and adaptive for new individuals if they do sign up with a personal code. So let us know. And thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. Have a great evening.